Yo, what's going on, guys? It's Houston Sports Talk, back in another video today. Today I'm going to be making my NFL 2024 Christmas predictions for Christmas Day. I'm going to start off by wishing everybody happy holidays, whether you celebrate Christmas or Hanukkah or Kwanzaa. I don't think Kwanzaa starts tomorrow, but as someone who celebrates both Christmas and Hanukkah, I know it's very rare for Christmas and Hanukkah to start on the same day, and that is happening tomorrow. So whether you celebrate Christmas, Hanukkah, or Kwanzaa, or you just don't like to celebrate any of it, you just like to chill on Christmas and watch sports, happy holidays, or Happy New Year as well. But I'm excited for some football to be on, back-to-back years where we see some football on Christmas. Last year was the Chiefs and the Raiders, and the Ravens and the 49ers. Two great games we saw last year. I hope for another two great games this year. So glad to see my favorite team playing on Christmas, the Houston Texans. It's been about 7 years. We played another team that's playing on Christmas Day, the Steelers, in 2017, and that was Deshaun Watson's rookie year, and he tore his ACL. And the Texans had T.J. Yates starting at quarterback. And funny thing is, a rookie Taylor Heineke came in for an injured T.J. Yates in that game, and nobody knew Taylor Heineke back then. But he was playing for the Texans, and then I think he got injured, and then the other quarterback had to come in. That was back when you didn't have a third emergency quarterback. I think the Texans really could have used one in that game, but that was the last time my team played on Christmas. Meanwhile, you got one of the other teams that played last year on Christmas. The Chiefs played on Christmas last year. The Ravens also played last year. 49ers and Raiders are not playing on Christmas this year. Thank God. I don't want to see the 49ers or Raiders. I think that was actually interesting last year. The Raiders came in to Kansas City, got the upset win. The 49ers were actually good last year, but I think this year, no, we do not want to see those teams on. But, yeah, I'm excited. I'm going to start out by making my predictions, and just kind of previewing this games a little bit. All right, starting off with the Texans and the Ravens. I think how I talked about I'm a Texans fan. It's pretty obvious who I'm going to pick here. I don't have a lot of confidence that we're going to beat the Ravens, but I'm hoping we will. I think there's definitely a possibility. I think we played competitive with the Chiefs, and we were really competitive with them, and I'd like to see where the game would head, where that game would end up if Tank Dell doesn't get injured. Because I don't think it was just Tank Dell that got injured. I think it was the whole team. I think C.J. Stroud, after that injury, I think it really affected him the rest of the game and the entire team. And I don't know what happens if he's able, if that injury doesn't happen, or that injury wasn't as bad as it was to the point where the whole team feels the way they did after that injury. Because I think that really killed the team on Saturday. And I thought they were playing pretty good against Kansas City. So I think there's always a shot. This is a team that beat Buffalo this year. They played good football. There's just questions of some key mistakes they make with the offensive line and the play calling. If they can fix those, if they can be better on those certain things, they can win. I think they can beat anybody. But they have to be better offensively, and I thought for a good part of the Chiefs game they were doing that, at least before the Tank Dell injury. So we'll see how things go against the Ravens. But the Ravens are shorthanded. No Justice Hill. I think he's one of my favorite players on this Ravens team. Really, I think he's so underrated. As much as he does in the pass game for the Ravens as a pass catcher. Obviously, you're not going to talk much about a running back with Justin Hill when you have Derrick Henry on this Ravens team, but he's such a big part of this team. You got Zay Flowers, who's questionable. We'll see if he plays, but if he's not 100%, or if he doesn't play, that's a big part of their team. Nelson Aguilar is another guy who's out in this game. They've already cut Deontay Johnson, so God forbid Zay Flowers doesn't play this game tomorrow. Lamar doesn't have a lot of wide receivers to throw the ball to besides Rashad Bateman. He'll have to connect on the tight ends like Lee and Andrews. He'll have to rely on those guys with Bateman. So I think it could be really tough on Lamar tomorrow if he doesn't have Zay and doesn't have Aguilar and also doesn't have Justice Hill, that could really make things tough on Lamar tomorrow, especially with a good Texans defense. So I'm excited for it. I think the Texans have a shot to win. I know I probably could be wrong about this, but I'm not going to go up against my team on Christmas. Now, Chiefs Steelers. I'm going with the Steelers. Like I mentioned, I went to a Texans Steelers game on Christmas. That game I went to, it was mostly Steelers fans, and it was in Houston. Steelers fans are incredible at games, and it felt like a Steelers home game at NRG Stadium. So I just think that the Steelers, this is a hard environment that the Chiefs are going to on Christmas. Chris Jones is questionable. He's not 100% dealing with a knee injury. George Pickens, I think this is big. Last 2 games for the Steelers without George Pickens, only 30 points. I think Russell Wilson's going to be a different quarterback, getting his number 1 guy back. Calvin Austin's been great in these last couple games. I think he'll be, watch out for him. But now that you get George Pickens back, I think that makes the Steelers offense more dangerous. I'm excited to see what happens with the Steelers offense tomorrow. Chiefs offensive line, I don't think is very good. You have to deal with TJ Watt and the rest of that Steelers defensive line coming after you. Really good defense. That's a tough challenge for Mahomes in this offense. And if you don't have Chris Jones 100% going after Russell Wilson, I think the Chiefs will be in some trouble tomorrow. But here's the deal. I'm not predicting the Steelers to walk away with this one easy. I think it's a close game. And that's what happens in these Chiefs games. They very well could win tomorrow because they have, at heart, they're a good football team. I just don't think they're not 14-1 good. They're good, but I don't think they're 14-1 good. Like, I think they're more of 10-5 good, or maybe 11-4 good. I don't think 14 and there's been so many games this year that they should have lost. Some because of what the refs have done. I'm not here trying to complain. I'm just saying I don't think they're as talented as their record shows. I think the Chiefs and the Steelers are pretty even. Their records are kind of far apart. The Steelers are 10-5, and the Chiefs are 14-1. But I think that, with these two teams, I really do believe that, that they're kind of even. And with the Steelers being at home, I think that gives them a big favor. Especially Chris Jones being banged up and the Steelers getting back George Pickens. Give me the Steelers. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section, and peace out.